So boom, with the attraction I've been getting, I told myself that I need to open up my anime palette even more. And that led me to Rent a Girlfriend. And I seen and heard that this anime is peak of the peak. So I was like, fuck it, let me check it out. And I just want to say, this anime is undeniably not that bad. It was actually rather entertaining, to say the least. I don't know if it's because Kazuya might take the icing from Tatsumi from Akame got killed. Now, we all know his fumble is crazy if you've seen that anime before. As death. That's all I gotta say. Or I was low-key able to feel for him in some degree. In parentheses, big ass parentheses, me feeling for him does not exclude for all the bullshit that he was doing. Because I myself is going through a breakup as well. So let's take a deep dive into Kazuya. The Pims. I ain't gonna say the actual word, so we just gonna say it backwards. Our boy Kazuya is just your average 20-year-old college student, and he's in a 1-month relationship with his first girlfriend. Sounds pretty W, right? Young, you have your own girl while being in college? You low-key him for real. But I kid you not, this man's girl tells him in the most nonchalant, I melodize with rainbows and butterflies, I have fallen in love with someone else. Let's break up, okay? Where in the fuck do I even begin with this? To be honest, I don't think there is a point for me to begin. You guys can make the assumption yourself of the situation. And if you can't, you belong to the streets too. As you can see, events like this sent my man through a treacherous spiral. Mommy got this man in fetal position. Could it be me? Also as well, if I haven't said it, yes, her name is Mommy. I feel like that explains the situation alone, because why are you naming your daughter Mommy? You couldn't even argue with her and be like, fuck you, Mommy. Like, I was just letting my nuts hang right there saying that, but at the same time, I low-key felt like a beta. Her mama definitely knew what she was doing with that name. But back to Kazuya. As he's slowly losing himself, he whips out his phone and hops on OnlyFriends, where you can rent a girlfriend. Peep this. This is great marketing by OnlyFriends. It says a gem of an app that heals your soul. Bruh, no. It's crazy because that's how you get people. But when you rebound shit after a relationship, it only makes things worse. And the app is over here like,
got him. We fucking got him.
Because he is already on a date with his new rental girlfriend, Chizuru. And I'm not gonna cap, she's the bad bitch of the series. And she be taxing this nigga heavy, bruh. Because it is always, come on, cough up the bread before we start. And you can see it, bro really just be sick after handing that cash over. I mean, I would be too if I just paid 300 something in cash just to go on a date with someone and hold their hand. That's it, like, that's it. But I digress. So as we see multiple sessions of licks just being ran on Kazuya in 4K, they both run into a major problem. Kazuya tells his peoples and his grandma that Chizuru is his boo thing. And the grandmama wasn't playing no games because off top, she asked him, have you took this girl to Dooney Land already? Like, damn, chill out, OG. But what is crazy about this? She is not the only one that asked that. His guys asked that too. Only because Kazuya is a pathological liar and told them like, yo, y'all being rude to my John. Not only that, Chizuru has to agree so the cover doesn't get blown, bruh. And once his mans heard that, they were on Schmeat heavy. Like, you would have thought Mizuhara was their girl. They even invited her to go out drinking with them before even asking Kazuya. And of course, once they asked Jackass to go, he agrees to go. And then we take another turn for the worse, because when they pulled up, this man's ex was there. And when I tell you, this bitch started airing his business out like it was 4th of July. Pretty much saying shit like, one time they went on a date and he was trying to kiss on her while his breath would smell like hot ass and garlic. And that he would take her to pubs that were open late for dinner. And then double down and say it was almost impressive how horny he was. Like, duh, bitch, y'all was dating. My man was trying to chop your train out like Paul Bunyan. This whole ordeal was so out of pocket that the makeshift girlfriend had to intervene. And when I tell you, for like majority of the rest of this show, Mommy really had Kazuya's head chopped and screwed like T-Pain single, like leading him on as if he was about to get some coochie, randomly kissing him, giving him the googly eyes and shit, just so he can break up with Chizuru because she couldn't stand the fact that his new girl was badder. This show is just everywhere if you haven't realized yet. But let me continue. So after another session of all them hanging out at the beach, Kazuya's man sends him a group friend photo that they all took. and also follows up with a single photo of Mami. And he saw some shit, and that's all it took, because he started vigorously smoking his wishing bone. While this session is, you know, transpiring, he starts thinking of Chizuru and develops strong feelings for her. Needless to say, this is when the obsession for a rental girlfriend begins. Not only that, he finds out that they are next door neighbors, and that just makes things much worse. Now let me introduce y'all to Ruka, Mami's alter ego. So she was getting rented out by this Picasso snaggletooth looking nigga. And she puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that Chizuru is a rental girlfriend as well. And she took this info and decided to use it for her own personal gains by pulling up on Kazuya and telling him this: I likes you and I wants you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. The choice is yours. Now this puts Kazuya's back to the wall, and he has to abide by what she says and actually date her because she'll leak his secret. But what makes this whole situation funny is everything that Kazuya was trying to do with Mami, Ruka wants to do it with Kazuya. She even takes both of them to a love hotel to throw it back on him like primetime Rachel Starr. And she was really with it with him beating it down. But this scary ass nigga peeled off to the bathroom. Like you had the yams prepped and cleaned for you on a silver plate in the other room. But your bitch ass on the floor worried about a joint that just takes your bread for her services. Wait, we've seen this class act before. Denji was definitely in the same type of situation. No cap, these two need a loyal nigga award, for real, for real. Kazuya gets back to the crib to see a note from Chizuru to meet at the balcony at 9. And he thinks that this is his calling and she's trying to fuck with him now. But nope, it's to go on a date with one of her rental co-workers. And she felt that Kazuya was the best fit for this job. So the two link up for their date and we're introduced to Sumi, the super introvert. Now Sumi is very different. If she had 2K attributes, they would all be in the abyss. Besides her being cute, I give it an 80. And the effort that she puts in, because she at least tries, and a lot of people don't even try. So Kazuya takes notice and realizes that Sumi is a lot to work with, thinking that maybe he's not the right guy to change her. But to lighten the mood, he goes to get both of them drinks from the vending machine. As he's doing that, he hears a lot of commotion going on just to see that there's 3 P-men surrounding Sumi. It's crazy because he low-key bitching to not help her. But time out, because look at this nigga's head. I see why you gotta be on P activity, because your head is not that far from the cart titan. And if I was Kazuya, I would kick you right in your fucking neck. But I'll still cut Kazuya some credit. He went and still saved her, but more in a bitch nigga manner, and pretty much directed all the attention to him instead of Sumi. Furthermore, that was the catalyst that Sumi needed. She actually spoke up and said something to him for the first time of the date. And she grabbed this nigga's hand. Not only that, she let bro lick her ice cream. Man, fuck the rental shit. If a woman is allowing you to eat something of hers, there's some love behind that, and that's some real shit, bruh. And for once, Kazuya took a W in this show, because check this shit out. Kazuya-kun! That is not the Sumi we first met. That is a whole different person. Now, after all the development that Kazuya even took, he slid on Chizuru and told her that she is the one that he wants and that it has to be her. Man, now I tell you, that's the way to end a series if you had to end one.
彼女だろって言ってもレンタルだけど。